Got to East Coast, I was a series of firsts. When I got to East Coast and joined them, I joined at the bottom once again.
Sure.
I was unemployed for a year and almost gave up on radio. But in the breakfast show used to start at 5
Sure.
until 9. But because I joined, the breakfast show had to start at 6. So I made impact. And I got feedback. And the feedback was what you call a knee-jerk reaction. It was a lot like the example you made, where people heard a black voice and just didn't like the black voice because it was a black voice. Not that there was anything necessarily wrong with the black voice, but it was just a black voice, and that was upsetting things. So I'd get, in those days, people used to fax things. I'd be called the K word, and all the time. And then when artists, the few black artists that play, like Hot Sticks and Brenda Fassie, that say, you see, all this K-word music is now being played because I'm on, when it had nothing to do with me. I never chose the music.
It was the same playlist.
But it was the same thing of when people have decided not to like you, they don't like you.
Sure.
So that was a harsh introduction to the East Coast audience. But the more serious one for me was in that line that you wrote, was that when the MD announced that we need to change to the times and get people of color to join the weekday lineup, people were screaming and upset. But then why I was stunned was like, why would you be upset about moving in the direction the country should have been a long time ago?
Sure.
So I saw colleagues who were two-faced, who will smile with you, but meanwhile, when you really ask them what they think about the direction the country is moving, they'll want to explode. So that is the shock. That is why I wrote, I wanted the ground to swallow me up. I thought everybody would be happy. Because what's interesting is that the boss did not say who was going to be moving where. He just said, we need to move with the times.
Sure.
Why? What? I was like,
They're processing their jobs.
Well, that's the one thing. But I mean, wait until somebody says specifically.